행복한 안식에 Happy Sabbath! 안녕하세요 여러분. Hello everyone. 제 이름은 신디입니다. My name's Cindy. Today's story is based on this text found in Luke chapter 10 verse 27. It says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself." Joshua sat down in an empty chair in the Sabbath school room. The other children were talking together, but Joshua sat alone. He didn't know anyone. He felt out of place. No one spoke to him. His family had just arrived from a faraway province. He spoke with an accent. It hurts to be lonely. Why wouldn't anyone speak to him? In today's story, Jesus talks about a man who was hurting and needed help. Who would pay attention to him? The young lawyer stood up. He straightened his belt and cleared his throat. "Teacher, what shall I do to have eternal life?" "What do the scriptures say?" asked Jesus. "That I should love God with all of my heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love my neighbor as much as I love myself," the lawyer replied. "You're right," Jesus said. "Keep doing these things and eternal life is yours." "But just who is my neighbor?" questioned the young man. "Let me tell you a story," said Jesus, smiling. Once there was a man who left Jerusalem to travel to Jericho. Along the way, robbers attacked him. Money or life? They beat him. They took his money and clothes and left him lying in the hot sun, half dead. It just so happened that a Jewish priest was traveling the same way. A little later, he came to the place where the injured man was lying. Quietly, he looked away. He may have thought, "Oh no, that man's in great pain. I can't tell if he's a Jew or not. I better hurry on." And the priest crossed to the other side of the road and went on his way. Soon a Levite who worked in the temple came by. Curious, he stopped to look at the wounded man. "Poor man," he may have thought. "He looks terrible. I really ought to help him. But I don't want to get involved. I wish that I had not come this way. Surely someone else would help him." And the Levite hurried down the road. It wasn't long until a Samaritan came by. Jesus looked around. He knew that the Jewish people hated the Samaritans, but he continued. The Samaritan felt sorry for the poor man and stopped right away to help him. He gave him water. He put medicine on the man's wounds. He gently helped him up on his own donkey. Carefully, he took the injured man to the nearest inn, where he stayed with him through the night. In the morning, he gave the innkeeper money to take care of the hurt man. "Let me know if that isn't enough," said the Samaritan. "I'll gladly pay you more when I come this way again." In today's financial language, the Samaritan might have had a credit line with the hotel owner or the innkeeper, or he might just pay via credit card or GCash. "Now, my friend," Jesus quietly asked, "which of the three was a neighbor to the wounded man?" Can you still remember, kids, who were those three persons who passed by the wounded man? You're right, the first one was a Jewish priest. The second one was a Levite who works in the temple. And the third one was a Samaritan whom the Jews hated so much. So Jesus asked the young lawyer, "Which of the three was a neighbor to the wounded man? The one who helped him, the young man answered quietly. Jesus spoke kindly. Go now, and be that kind of neighbor. Today, Jesus wants us to be good neighbors too. In God's eyes, every person is equal. Every person is someone to be loved and accepted, no matter where they come from, how they sound when they speak, the color of their skin. How do we show kindness and goodness? These are the fruit of the Spirit that I'm discussing today. Kind words are like apples of gold in pictures of silver. What we say can make somebody's day. Let's ask Jesus to make our hearts like His, to show kindness and goodness, even if we have no guarantee that such favor will be returned to us. Because the thing is, we cannot force others to like us. Let's ask for God's grace to show His love, His kindness, and goodness to our neighbor. And that could be any random person who needs our help. 다음에 봐요. See you next time. Keep safe, everyone.